ASD or autism spectrum disorder is evidently a spectrum condition, meaning it refers to a number of similar conditions that commonly affect communication, behavior, social interaction, and learning difficulties such as reading and writing. Though in this documentary, we'll be focusing on one individual with ASD, specifically dyslexia, which is a learning difficulty commonly affecting reading and writing, dyspraxia, which commonly affects physical coordination in individuals and day-to-day tasks. While the condition has specific definitions like the two or four mentioned, ASD can affect minor things that are not defined in general conditions such as social interaction and numerical difficulties. We investigated various sources, one main being the parents of the individual we're investigating, offering insight into the lives of someone with ASD and how it can affect others around them.
What age did you discover your son had ASD?
Well, he was about between 15 and 16 when he went to college, and he had a psychological report, and at that time he found out he had dyslexia and dyspraxia, although we knew he had those, but we got an official diagnosis. And then we went to another clinic that specialises in autism. This was proposed from the doctor, his doctor, and they diagnosed Asperger's, which is a higher functioning autism.
What changed about your life when you discovered you had ASD?
Well, nothing really changed, other than we now had the diagnosis to get him the help that he needed at college.
Did you seek out help when it was discovered, and what help specifically?
Mostly educational help. There was no other help available, no groups where you could talk to people about it. We didn't have the internet, so we couldn't find out things on that, and we just went to the library and got all the information we could.
Many individuals with ASD struggle to be independent or require some outside assistance. Do you believe your son will ever be capable of being independent?
Yes, he will be totally independent. I've always told him never to use excuses of the challenges he has, not blame it onto the things that he's been diagnosed with. It's just a little bit harder, but I know he can do it.
How has he dealt with the difficulties presented from ASD? Has he prospered?
He has very much so prospered. He has got into uni and he's about to get his degree, so he wouldn't have done that if he hadn't been, if we weren't pushing him to prove that he could do as much as everybody else with the challenges. It wouldn't have happened, so it's actually a good thing that he got the diagnosis.
Do you believe the government give enough support to those with ASD and other similar disorders? If not, what could they do more to help?
Well, they can stop thinking that poor people are just trying to get something out of the system for a start, and help people from poorer backgrounds just as much as they do from richer backgrounds. When he was about 10 years old, one of his teachers at the school asked us if we'd received the letter they'd sent home with our son, and we said, what letter? And they said a letter about the test that we was going to do to see if he had dyspraxia. And of course we didn't receive any letter, especially if he sent it home with our son. He would have forgotten to give it to us. So they went ahead with the test and told us that they think he had dyspraxia, and this completely shocked us, because we thought, oh, it all makes sense now why he was lagging behind in reading, and why he couldn't spell so well as his brothers and sisters at that age, and just general things like that. And attention, he couldn't keep attention when he was a good kid. He was always the fun kid in the class, the teachers told us, and he talked a lot, but he just couldn't concentrate on what they was trying to tell him and understand simply what they was trying to tell him because of the dyspraxia. And we totally blamed ourselves. My husband was blaming himself and I was blaming myself, thinking I'd done something wrong in pregnancy. I'd drank coffee too much or some alcohol or something, and I just thought, why is it happening to us? He's got glasses, for goodness sake. Why has he got this now? It's like he's getting all these challenges and it must be our fault, and we felt a bit devastated.
In the past 10 years, the support for individuals with ASD has gradually increased, while prior to the 1980s and 2000s that support and understanding was lacking. Both in the educational system and outside support from the government has been increasing in the past 10 years, though as prior mentioned within the interviews, quite a few feel that such support is not enough to best assist those with ASD. While ASD becomes more understood by the government and educational institute, as does its support. Most with such conditions often have higher levels of intelligence in various ways, often very specific ways, such as being better at maths or computing. At the end of all this, the systems in place are helping individuals, but only so much can be done for those thousands of individuals within the UK that require such support for ASD.